Got to turn on the mic. This is part 3 for you. I'm just going to show you a little bit on this setup. I have an older computer. It's a Intel Mac Mini 2018. It has 64 gigs of memory in there, so it does help the computer, but it's starting to show its age. That's why I have the two other computers. And what you're seeing now is Ecamm Live Pro that I'm using. That's rotating the cameras one to the other. And this one, for an example, and let me just, no, I can't do anything there, but I can move my picture around. See if I can get the mouse working. So I'm charging the regular mouse. Yeah, I can't do anything with this one. I can do something on that. This one looks pretty good. So this is a full frame camera, the Sony A7C. And I think I got the 50 millimeter on here. On this one, you know it very well. You just bought it. This is at 50 millimeter also. It's at 1/3 of shutter speed, f4, ISO is at 1000, and I don't have the extra, clear image zoom on there. I just got it right at 15 millimeter. With this program, I can adjust the video angles and the camera rotations and all that stuff. In fact, what I'm going to do is put it on a live demo mode just to show you how powerful this program is. So, I'm in live demo mode, okay? And that's the A7C. As you notice, I can put something on here, I get blurred, put it back. I love the focus system of Sony. Well, I don't have the focus background and all that stuff on that camera. But anyway, got my little Wanda right here. She says, "What are you doing? I want a treat. I don't want to be up here on the camera." So this is just showing you a quick part of what I have set up. One thing about animals, they anyway, so you'll notice a difference in the quality of the sound of the microphone. So this is a USB Yeti Nano, and I think I have to go over here. You'll see a little stuttering because of an older computer, but basically it looks pretty good. And what I can also do is move this down. Okay, that's a little bit more centered. This one I have to mess with the tripod, and I've been messing with that tripod for a while. I could do this though. Yeah. You sit up straight, that's why. So anyway, this is just to show you what I have on Ecamm. I can pick the different cam links. I'm using an Elgato Cam Link 4K, which I can hook up to the camera through the HDMI port to a USB port, and it's a USB 3 or the big USB port, USB-A, on your computer, or to a hub, which is connected through USB-C or whatever you want. You can connect directly to the computer or to a USB hub. And anyhow, that's how I have set up to show you the video. Most people, they record on the camera, put it on the SD card, they put it on the computer, and then they use either Final Cut Pro or Lightroom or whatever software they want to use. I think they use QuickTime or something movie. What is it? Apple Movie? iMovie. Apple iMovie. And it'll compress the file also. But it has to be in movie files. So the problem with the Sony cameras, they do it at MP4. They don't do it in movie files. So, you know, some programs they can do both. It's just something that you learn in the process. Some people don't even compress the file. They just send it up, put it together, and let YouTube do it. And it's always nice to have a backup on your files. The originals I usually get rid of unless it's really good. And then I'll go back to it and take bits and pieces out of it. But with Ecamm Live, it compresses the file where you don't use that much video quality. And let's say I have a 60 gigabyte file, and it'll compress it to like 17 gigabytes or even smaller. And that saves on disk space. And when you send it up to YouTube land, it takes less time to transfer up. And I mentioned this before, high definition is a quicker render through YouTube, but they got to put it in like 360, 720, and whatever your highest setting is. So like if it's in 4K, they'll put it up 4K. They don't do 8K. This program here does not do 8K. So just to show you, I have different settings on here. So I have like the different cam links. So this is what you're looking at down here. This is our camera right here, the ZV-1 Mark II. All right. This one is an APS-C camera. It has an f1.4 lens on there, a Sigma, and it's 56 millimeter. It's an 84 millimeter, 85 millimeter equivalent to a full frame. Fantastic lens, and it's on an APS-C camera, a Sony A6100. One thing about Sony cameras is they don't have a record time limit if you record internally. Most of the time they don't overheat, but I love the color science. The secret to color science is the white balance. So if you're inside, you do the incandescent lighting. If you're outside, I would recommend just the auto white balance. Some people put it on a sunny or partly cloudy, or they even put it on Kelvin. And it's up to you. Some take pictures with a white card or a gray card, you know, to get the white balance too. But if you don't have any of those, just put your hand in front. That's good enough. And just little secrets to the trade. And the only other thing I can say is in part 4, I'll show you how I take apart my little camera right here, the ZV-1 Mark II. And then I'll put it in my little bag. I'll bring it to my car and I'll show you how I set that up for car vlogging. And it's just to give you an idea of different types of vlogging that you can do. No one goes around talking about cameras and testing them in their car. Most people, when they have a camera in their car, the camera's pointing to them, or they're showing you the scenic route of where they're going. And I've done that too. And nice thing with this, the speaker system or the microphone system on this camera, you can set it to all directions. You can set it to rear or the front. Or you can have it on automatic. I never trust the automatic. So I put it on the other 3 settings, and that way it covers it pretty much. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. It's just to show you different parts. Now I'm going to go into my ZV-1 Mark 10, or Mark 2, I mean. This is a live demo mode, so I can play different sounds like horn. Welcome to YouTube, Rozario, or I should say Felicia. I'm sorry. So it has different things. My Streamer X has different things that you can program, but I'm not going to get into that. This tells you what I'm speaking on, the Yeti Nano. These are different scenes that you can set text to. Just to show you a little bit, I can add text like, oh, let's see, let's type. And then you can change the size. Let's see, let's go to 46. Add. And I can put it down here. And I can center it too. Now I'm using a mouse because I'm recharging my other mouse. There you go. It's all centered. And different things with this program. You can also put a background to it. So you can put a background and click on that, and I can make it dark. Well, out of the way. So you can see how you can do that. You can do it opaque too. So if you click on here, let's see how to do that. I think light glow. Now, what was it? Oh, it's on this. Okay. How did I do that? Or I can do it, well, I can change the color. And I'll do it like this. So you can change the color. I like that. You can do anything. You can put a background to it if you want. And then you can also change it to, say, a blue background. No, that's the lettering. So I have to press back here. There you go. And then I can change the lettering to white. And what you can also do with this program, and I'm just showing you some little stuff. You don't have to do it. That's light glow, that's a shadow. So it's a little bit darker. And I can do it like this, scrolling ticker. You're gonna like this. So you can do that in post with other programs and stuff, but this program will record your live streaming, your videos, it'll compress the file, and I like it. So, and then of course I can get rid of this right here. So this is just a quick setup of showing you what I'm looking at on my screen, and then I'll go back up here and show you how I turn it off. Turn off the light, demo mode. And now you get a full screen of me. And where am I? Yep, right there. And then I'll just move this up a little bit. So when you move around your chair, you're always doing something like this. So anyway, let's get back to our favorite camera. So I got positions right here, all right? Right underneath the monitor. It's a tiny camera. It's on a ball head tabletop Manfrotto. I think it's a DGX, or I don't know what quite, DGX Mini or something like that. But one thing that you'll notice about the cameras is it's off the side, all right, where you plug into the tripod, which is a good thing because my older camera, the RX100 Mark V, is in the center of the camera. And I would have to remove the tripod in order to take out the battery and put in a new one. And it's a hassle. And if you also realize, well, it's off center. I mean, it makes me look off center. I says, no, what you look at is you take out the flippy screen. And from the edge of the flippy screen to the edge of the camera, now the tripod is centered. And that's what Sony was trying to do. Was center everything. Also fix the problem with removing the battery, you know, when it runs out of charge. I thought it was a smart move. I have no problem with it. Some people do. I don't like walking around and vlogging. Too many shakiness. It's good for a little bit, but what I like viewing with a lot of other content creators is they set their camera down and then they walk by it like they're showing the path that they're going, or they put it on a tripod, or they just set it up somewhere with a small tripod like I have, and just vlog. You just look at it and vlog. So I mentioned Mark Bennett, Peter Gregg, Mr. Camera Junkie, Jason Herman. You're going to see quite a few other people that are recommending on viewing your camera. So they'll all help you in showing you different settings and things that you can do with it. I just take the camera. I start vlogging with it by just sitting in a car and drive. I enjoy driving. I enjoy looking at different sceneries and stuff. And I'm a natural of just talking to myself. And it's good for YouTube. So anyway, I've only been doing this for 2 years. And one thing I did learn is if you do put some links down to companies, get in touch with those companies to get permission to show them, hey, I like this product and I want to have a link for it. They'll put you in a program where anybody that clicks underneath your description on one of your links, and they look at it, they don't have to buy it, but let's say if they look at the comments or something like that, and they're looking at the different parts, the company will notice that. And they say, hey, she's getting a lot of people looking at our products. That's what we want. So you'll get a little commission to it. Once you hit 1,000 subscribers, or even more than 100 people looking at your videos, you'll start seeing commercials, okay? When you start getting monetized, I believe, is when you get 4,000 subscribers, and then things start paying off. But the more money you get are from the links, and it's going to take a while, but once it starts going, and you'll have like ups and downs, you'll have people, no, I'm not interested in the content, they'll unsubscribe, and then you have people subscribe. But the way around the like and subscribe is having those links for those businesses, so at least you get some money to help you. I think you're in school, so help you with that a little bit. And whatever your major is, if it's in video or journalism or whatever, I hope this helps. So this is part 3. I'm going to finish it right here. It's just a quickie, just to show you the different things that you can do with your camera. So I have this set up to an old computer, a 2018. And all the new processors from Apple is either M1 or M2 now. And you probably have a laptop, so you have one of those. I got a laptop too. But anyway, this is part 3. Yeah, here it is right there. The Sony A7C. And it's on the wrong one. So you get little mistakes too. So you have to watch. But this one right here. Okay, this is Sony A6100 with the Sigma 56mm f1.4. Okay, it's an 84mm equivalent to full frame. This is not the Sony A7C. This is the Sony A7C. And this is with the 50mm f1.8. All right, so this is a full frame camera. Compared to this, and I'm up all the way. I can put an 85mm on here, and I'll look a lot sharper. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Okay, 85mm. Okay, so this is full frame 85mm. Wrong one. Sorry. And this mouse is not working good. All right, and then this is for the APS-C camera. Okay, so this is its equivalent of 85mm. Can you tell the difference? This is an f1.4. Okay, that's pretty good for an APS-C. This is for a full frame. Can you tell the difference? Not really, right? I can do this, so I can zoom it a little bit. You know, so I can fill up the space. But you can start seeing the creases and stuff like that. Okay? But this is an f1.8. But it's a full frame. So it captures more light. And then, of course, there's this 1-inch sensor that we have. It's pretty good, right? Watch this. Yeah, you know, it's a little bit too much. There we go. Yep. Gotta. There we go. And I can move this up a little bit. Yeah, maybe not. But you see, you can use, there we go. So I'm looking right at you. And it's amazing what software can do. Acam Live, I like the program. There you have other programs. So anyway, that's what you can do. You can do this in post also. And you can crop. But you're learning this stuff, so I'm not going to bog you down with that. Any questions, just put it on YouTube. Someone has done a video on it, okay? And so this is part 3. The last part is I'm going to show you how I take it apart from here and set it up in my car. So anyway, thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.